It's really early in the year. It's later than when I recorded my last Anime Expo 2023 related video, but I have decided for Anime Expo 2023, I will not be cosplaying this year. And I wanted to record this section of the vlog before I forgot to record it and before it just got so caught up in the moment. I obviously probably would have said like I'm not cosplaying, but anyway, I just wanted to record and put this out there before the vlog just because a part of me wants to cosplay to Anime Expo 2023. At the same time, I think I really need to start from scratch, so to say, do a blank slate and kind of start my Anime Expo experience over, both as a whole and with the individual conventions. And that's how I'm gonna approach Anime Expo this year. Just kind of like my first year at Anime Expo, where it was just all this wonder and joy from being at an anime convention and focusing on that rather than focusing on what I'm gonna cosplay or what I'm gonna do every day. Because up until Anime Expo 2022, between Anime Expo 2013 and Anime Expo 2019, I was basically doing something every single day of Anime Expo. Slight insert before I continue. So what I meant by that was between 2013 and 2019, I would know generally what was going on. I had mentally tabbed certain panels I was interested in. I also mentally tabbed certain cosplay meetups I was interested in going to. But usually I had a pretty solid plan and pretty specific plan for what I was going to do each day. I was going to meetups, I was going to exhibit hall, I would attend a panel or two, and usually everything I went to each specific day was plans before Anime Expo, usually decided on for sure the day before day one of Anime Expo. And for a few years, I was hosting the Black Butler meetups 2 out of the 4 days. So I had a pretty solid structure to Anime Expo between 2013 and 2019, and then COVID hit, so we didn't have Anime Expo for 2020 or 2021, and then we get into Anime Expo 2022. And what I noticed really helped me last year, Anime Expo 2022, was kind of not having a plan for going into Anime Expo 2022. It stressed me out a little bit at first, but once I kind of got into a rhythm at Anime Expo, it was really nice not having like a set plan of stuff to do and just going based on whatever day it was, and maybe having like 1 to 2 things planned, like, oh, I'm gonna go on to a panel on this day, or I'm gonna try to meet cosplayers XYZ on these 2 days. Like, aside from having like minor things planned, like I didn't have a plan going to Anime Expo last year really, and that really helped. So that's what I'm gonna do for this year and just really go blank slate. So I hope you enjoyed the vlog. The anticipation is starting. I was not expecting these until Thursday, but they're here. Oh, there's a map. I intentionally did not grab the badges first. This is new. They usually don't do that. Your adventure awaits. And then QR code for the AX official app. And here's like basic AX information, like what to do, what to bring. Now that you have your badge, what do you do? A little poster. And then a map on the back. I have to activate my badge. I'm going to take off the sticker because I have the website loaded. For a hot second, I was wondering, are we supposed to take this off? I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to keep that. I do not understand for anything really why they make stickers hard to take off. Because if it's a sticker and it's a sticker you're meant to take off, if they intend for you to take off the sticker, then why make it a sticker that's not gonna come off easily? Almost there with taking off the sticker. Just a little bit of that residue. Basically what I need to do now is register my badge and go from there. I'm just doing it now that I have the badge because either I'll forget to do it or I'll just keep worrying about doing it if I don't do it now. So I remember when the Anime Expo badges were paper and they would be put into a little sleeve thingy. And I also remember when the badges had your name on them too, which was a while ago. I think that the last year or so they did that where they had the names on the badges was my first year or two of attending Anime Expo. So that would be like 2012, 2013. It's been 10 years since then. I have the badge activation process website open and we're gonna press start. Okay, so what's the adventure guide? This is sort of new. Is it this? It's not this. Okay, that was kind of anticlimactic. So this was the adventure guide, which was to buy your badges, transfer if you're buying for multiple people, and then activate, and then explore Anime Expo. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that. Survey questions. This is fun. It's a lot more in detail than I thought it would be. So survey questions. What am I looking forward to the most? For what I'm looking forward to the most, I'm hesitating to check cosplay because I'm not cosplaying, but I'm kind of excited to see cosplayers. I'm gonna check it. Have you attended Anime Expo before? Yes. How much do you plan on spending at Anime Expo? Oh, I love how specific this is. Less than $100, $101 to $250, $251 to $500, $501 to $1,000, or over $1,000. You will be staying at one of our hotels in the hotel block. No, because I can drive there. What's your preferred social media platform? It's kind of between Instagram and TikTok. I'm gonna say Instagram. How likely would you recommend Anime Expo to friends and family? 1 to 5 scale, 1 being not likely at all, and 5 being extremely likely. I'm kind of in the middle based on my experience last year. I am gonna say 4 because I would recommend it, you know? Please enter the last 8. Okay, the back of your badge in the boxes. Please enter the last 8 characters located on the back of your badge in the boxes below, in the correct badge type box. Okay, so I only have to do it in one of them. Since I have a 4 day, there's a number on the back of my badge. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Entering the last 8 digits of that number. Okay, continue. Yep, continue. Confirmation email will be sent to us shortly. My badge is activated now. I got the email. Thank you for activating your badge. You are now ready to enjoy Anime Expo 2023. The anticipation is really starting to build. I am mostly excited for this year. Again, based on last year and how overwhelmed I got last year, I am pretty nervous because of that. A lot of the overwhelming things happened the first day of Anime Expo 2022, and that overwhelming sense just kind of bled into the next 2 days that I went. So I'm really approaching this year with a completely calm, and while I am excited for it, and while I am going to be excited once July 1st rolls around, I'm going to try to just be as relaxed, laid back as possible. I kind of like the idea of giving myself this fresh start of not cosplaying to Anime Expo and kind of starting on a blank slate and hitting refresh or reload, so to say, on my Anime Expo experience. I do plan to wear anime related dresses. I have my Studio Ghibli dresses from Hot Topic, which I plan to wear all 4 days. So I have my overall outfits planned, but whatever days I wear those dresses, we'll have to see. I'll have to see. You'll see in a minute. Anime Expo is this weekend. I wanted to share this little update. As of right now, I am not entirely sure about day 4 of Anime Expo. It's not for any reason in particular, but at the same time, with how overwhelmed I got last year, I know this is a point I keep bringing up. I think for me not to focus on that fact, I really just need to have the AX experience this year and go in with that blank slate. But considering how last year went for me, even though overall it was a really good experience, considering how it went, I think I really need to just be open to the idea of not going every single day. This is the full look for today, day 1. Today's full look, I had to do it like this to get the whole effect, but I'm very happy.
And then I'll take a picture of it. I see you. Okay.
Okay, so I haven't done one of these updates yet, and I figured now would be a decent time to. I'm having a really good time. I'm really trying to relax as much as possible and take it easy, sit when I need to. I definitely think that tomorrow will be my last day. I am having a really good time, and we'll see how tomorrow goes.
Kind of see fine, light, medium, all the way to jumbo, which is like those big blankets you can
It is day 4 of Anime Expo, and as I figured, I did not go today. I did have a really good time this year, but I was pretty exhausted after day 3. There were so many videos, especially on TikTok, talking about how AX this year was a safety hazard, fire hazard, which I 100% agree with. Anime Expo was definitely over capacity, something I'm thinking about discussing next year in my Anime Expo series for 2024, kind of similar to what I did this year and what I'm doing for this year. I kind of call it the Anime Expo system, and that system is avoiding the big name, big money grabbers within the first couple of hours of them being open. So with the Anime Expo, you're usually let in around 9. They start letting people in around 9 o'clock, and then around 10 is when things start, when the exhibit hall, the entertainment hall, and artist alley open, when panels and workshops, etc. start. Avoiding the big name, big money grabber areas, the places where you buy stuff, entertainment, exhibit halls, and artist alley. Avoiding those, I would say roughly between 10 and 12, and doing other things during that time, such as going to panels or attending workshops, going to anime screenings. Doing other things during that time of that first couple of hours really helps out, both with crowd control going into the entertainment and exhibit halls and the artist alley. Like, I noticed for me personally, it helped me not get as overwhelmed at the start of the day. I'm not saying that everyone has to avoid going to entertainment and exhibit halls and artist alley. I'm not saying everyone has to avoid going to those at first when they first open. If more people were avoiding them, then that would help. But I do agree with what a lot of people were saying, that Anime Expo does need to get its shit together, and it really needs to not oversell. Once they cap, they need to just cap. I think last year they had a little bit more of an excuse not to have good crowd control, given that it was the first year after COVID. But this year they should have had their acts together. And it's also one of those things where as each day goes by, they do get better about it, but they should have had a plan from the get-go. So that is it for this vlog. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next week's video.